Previously on campaign mode.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this mission on the roll. First thing I'm going to do is pull up, let's do my nav ball. We will shut our canopy, go ahead and turn our engine on. Yeah, so here we go. We're relaunching this craft, but we've made one slight change. We've added extra barometers on the back here, so we will be able to get more science per launch. And my general plan here is I'm going to collect science from all of the altitudes that I haven't hit so far. So as of right now, we've hit sea level, or ground level, but I want to hit 500 meters, or I'm sorry, we've done 500 meters because the ground level of this airport is at 600 meters, and we're rounding to the nearest 500. So we've done 500 meters, so I can fly out. Let's see how far away the ocean is. Ooh, okay, so that's going to be tricky. I could fly out to the ocean and back and get a sample there. Do I have the Delta V for that, though? I mean, that's quite the flight. Let's see. Performance, stage Delta V, 16 kilometers. We could do it. Okay, so we could fly out to the coast, but we can also hit, basically we can hit 4 altitudes per flight. So if we do the coast, we've done 500, we haven't done 1,000, so we could do the coast, we could do 1,000 meters, we've done 1,500 in the first episode, we could do 2,000, and we could do 2,500. And that would be a good starting point for the mission, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we can set that over there. I don't need to see that. This is not an orbital flight, so I don't need to see that. Let's just have performance and velocity up. Go ahead and set pitch auto adjusted. I think everything is ready to go, so we will go ahead and throttle up and start this mission. Yeah, so the way this is going to work is we will probably get to an altitude of 2,500 first, because we'll be getting a sample at 2,000, 2,500, 1,000, and sea level. So we'll go ahead and get the 2,500 first, and then we'll go get the sea level and return back. Go ahead and pitch up here. Uh-oh. My controls for my pitch are inverted. That's going to be a challenge. Shoot. That sucks. Okay, so that's something we're going to have to deal with, is my pitch is backwards. Is autopilot going to be able to compensate for that? Nope. Okay. Mayday. Pull out of that dive. Okay. Wow, that could have been really bad. Yeah, so our pitch, all of our controls are inverted. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All of our controls are inverted? Oh no, we gotta get this bird down. Yeah, this is gonna be a huge problem. Okay. Yeah, I can't fly as long as the mission I was planning if the controls are inverted. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to kill the engines, kill our speed, and glide back to base. Pull up here. Yeah. This is really tricky. All of the controls are backwards, so my roll as well as, yeah, my yaw's backwards too. So we're just going to try and put her down, and if we can just get her back onto the concrete is basically all I'm going to try and do. I do not want to try flying a full mission with backwards controls. That is destined to fail spectacularly, especially if I can't use the autopilot to fly out to the coast and back. So we'll go ahead, dropping our altitude. We're just over the ground now, 30 meters up. Level out the wings and pull up the nose, and we're down. Go ahead and turn the brakes on. Swing our aircraft back around. Jeez. Okay, so that could have gone super south if I wasn't careful. If we can just get it to the hangar, I'll restart the mission, and we will invert those controls so that it's not an issue. Dang. Well, that could have gone really, really badly. All right, so here we go. Oh, were they already inverted? Oh. I think yaw was fine. Yeah, I think the roll and the pitch were inverted. Okay, I think that'll do us. Let's try this again. All right, here we go. Same mission plan. We'll pin this. Throw that over there. Let's just do let's do some pre-flight checks. Okay, that's right. Is that still backwards? No, I think that's correct. Yep, that's correct. Okay, canopy works. Engines are on. Oh, you know what? This is backwards. Can we invert this in situ? Maybe not. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to deactivate the yaw because we don't even use it. Alright, well, let us launch again. We're going to go ahead. We'll switch to a chase camera here. And take off. Uh-oh. Is it not letting me adjust my camera? What? What in tarnation? I can't, that's weird. It's not letting me adjust my camera at all. Okay. That is very weird. Well, we will just fly from this funky angle. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Okay, so we can pan the camera around. Can we rotate it at all? No. We are pitching up too much, though. Come on. There we go. Okay, well, we've got it this far, so what we can do is, let's lock on our heading. You gotta be kidding me. Now it's not accepting my mouse inputs. Okay, so we're gonna fly this mission without the mouse or a good camera. Is that gonna be the issue? I guess that's gonna be the issue. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and climb to 2,500, and then we'll level out and we'll do our first barometer check then. Climbing now to 2,500. Actually, we should be looking ASL. Oh yeah, we're already over. So let's pitch down a little bit because we want to get down to 2,500. We're at 27. 26, gonna go ahead and pitch up a little bit. 26, slowly dropping down to 2,500. Okay, I think we're good enough. First science, 14 points. That's good. So we'll go ahead and let the, we'll go ahead and basically let it fall. I'm gonna take control of her. Okay. Now we have an in-cockpit view. At least I'm looking forwards now. I can fly like this. So we're going 200 meters per second, and we are dropping our altitude now down slightly. Switch camera view. We are at 2,000. That's 15 science. Good to know. We'll go down to 1,500 next. We'll take our, or no, not 1,500, 1,000. So we'll keep dropping our altitude down to 1,000. We can pitch our nose down a little bit more so we get some more vertical velocity. 1,500. Gonna start pitching up now. 1,300. That's too much. Pitch down. There we go. So we'll cruise down. Ooh, are we gonna hit that hill? If we keep dropping, we might actually hit that hill. Uh-oh. Yeah, we are going to collide with that hill. So I'm going to pitch up because that hill is going to be below our line of sight there. Dang it. Okay, so we'll have to pitch up and then try again. Well, in the meantime, since the camera is going to be funky, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select and pin these last two buttons here, like that. And then what I can do is have them set up at the top of the screen. Now I can switch back to our astronaut and we can pitch down. Okay, so we'll go ahead and drop our altitude, pull into a steep, we'll do 20-degree dive. And then we'll pull up at around 1,200 meters even it out until we hit 1,000 meters. We'll do activation button number 3, and then we will basically just cruise until we are at our sea level over here. I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to start pulling up. We're at 1,100 meters, just a little bit further, just a little bit closer. Okay, activation button 3 is go. 17 science points. Excellent. Okay, so I can get rid of that now. We have 11 kilometers of delta V left in the craft. That's pretty good. We're getting close. So here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to pitch up again so we don't hit the ground. Is let's set for like a 5-degree climb, like right there. Okay, that seems to be putting us in a steady, very gradual climb, but we seem to be maintaining altitude. And I'm going to kind of let time warp do its thing for a little bit, because we have a vast distance to travel here. Fuel's looking good. We're at 80%, 11 kilometers of delta V left, and the ocean is approaching. We can zoom in just a little bit more now. Well, we are cruising, and we're going to continue to cruise out to the ocean and then back. So I'm going to kind of let this time warp and see you guys on the return journey.
2 hours later.
Alright, so we're at kind of a bit of a dilemma here, because we are at just over half of our fuel is left. But if we look at the map, we are close, but I don't think we're going to have the range to actually make it all the way back to the coast. And since there's more value in returning to the launch site with the science payload, I'm going to have to kind of bail out on this mission to get sea level science data. And we're going to have to turn around, so I'm going to go ahead and start banking and turn this craft around, because yeah, there is no way we're going to be able to make it to the coast and back with as much fuel as this thing carries. We could make another version of the plane that carries more fuel, kind of extend the range a little bit. But because this plane is designed to be as light and as cheap as possible, it just does not have that kind of range. So we're turning around now. I'm going to point us back at a heading of 270, heading straight west. Because we were heading straight east from the launch center, we'll head straight west back to the launch center towards those mountains in the background. But we've got one barometer that we have not activated yet. And so we can go ahead and activate that when we hit 3,000 meters. And we can get a little bit of science data from the 3,000 meter mark. So that's kind of where the plan is right now. Going to go ahead and lock our heading. Let it pitch down. Level out the wings and cruise. Yeah, we're just going to cruise for a little bit at this altitude. Make our way back to the base. Because yeah, we don't have the fuel to complete the missions. We're gonna have to abort. So here we are flying back, and I will go ahead and time warp, and we'll see you guys when we get close to the base. Alright, so we are back and closing in on the launch center, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of get ready for our final approach. We'll take the autopilot off. I'm going to be flying it in manually. Go ahead and deploy the landing gear. And we'll set the pitch to auto pitch up. Ooh, that's a little too much actually. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and start cutting throttle way back. Bring it down to about 30%. There we go. Yeah, so we are basically what we're going to do is kind of slow down and bring ourselves so that the runway is directly ahead of us. And once we're lined up with the runway, just going to drop our altitude gradually and pick up some range as we get closer to the launch center. But before we do that, I actually need to throttle up again, because I almost forgot that we need to grab our last barometer data point. So we will fly up to 3,000. And right there we are at 3,000 meters. There we go, 13.6. Got it. Now I'm going to cut the throttle out all the way because we are a little high and coming up close on our launch center. We need to drop a lot of altitude real quick here. So I'm going to pull up, kill some speed, and we are, yeah, just coming in for a kind of gentle glide towards the launch center. Really want to see if we can stick the landing this time. Bring it in nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Okay, so we're going to want to bank a little bit out away from the airport and then turn and bank in as we line this up. We're just a little to the right, coming down just north of the runway, so I'm going to swing out again, kind of roll it in, still just north, nice and slow, 80 meter per second descent here, so we are really just kind of cruising along. Starting to have to really fight to keep my nose up here. There we go. Add a little bit more trim to our pitch. 70 meters per second. We are almost at our stall speed at this point. Yeah, there we go. The nice thing about this glider is it's got limited range, but because it can cruise so slow, I mean, we're coming in at 60 meters per second here, and I can still, yeah, I can still pitch up. I've still got some lift capability out of my wings. We are not at our stall speed yet, so our stall speed is slower than 50 meters per second. I don't even have to hit my brakes at this point because we are going so slow when we touch down there. It's very, very easy to land this thing. So with that, we are back on the launch pad, and I'm going to go ahead and drive this guy back to the hangar, and we will call this a successful mission. We did not get all the way out to the coast, which was our original plan. We wanted to get all the way out to the coast and get some sea level barometer data, but because this thing just doesn't have the range, we couldn't do that. But we were able to get 4 good data points at 500 and 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000. So I consider this a pretty solid success. All right, and with that little bit of the mission finished, we are good to go. And well, basically what I'm going to do is take a look at our ledger. Now we're going to spend $100,000 in modifications because we added 2 barometers to that plane. So that's marked here in our ledger for the same day. So we're down to $7,970,000 in our budget total. Jebediah has flown again, so he has now 2 flights on his roster. But if we go over here to the science portion, we see we had 4 barometer experiments that were successful, and they got 27, 29, 31, and 35 science points each. And that's double what they got in mission because we were able to land and return to the runway. That doubles the value of the mission. So it's a very successful mission overall. Alright guys, with that we're going to switch over to the tech tree. Now we have 150 science points to spend here, and so what I'm thinking is we'll pick up 3 tier 2 sciences. I'm going to go ahead and get, we'll do hybrid fuel cycles, because that'll unlock the hybrid engines, basic science, and we'll do solar panels so we can start doing some longer duration space missions later on. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. And leave a comment below if you've got any suggestions for future videos, and I will see you around. Bye-bye.